You want to get to our quick little recap here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Yesterday, tough day. So you had an extreme down move in the Nasdaq here, significant down moves in both the S&P, the Russell, and I should say all three of S&P, Russell, Dow Jones. Is pretty consistent selling throughout the session. We haven't really seen that kind of washout. It's just been a stair step, just liquidation all day, just death by paper cuts every single second. Definitely a big move to the downside. We're at the lows of the range here at 6,500 on the E-minis, so we'll see if that continues into today. As for the big boy Mag 7s, as we mentioned kind of in the session with Vanetta, Apple has remained kind of strong. It's off about 10-ish% from highs, but has remained strong relative to some of the other names. I mean, you had a huge move in Meta, down almost 8%. Nvidia was super weak. Tesla's looked horrible. Google below 300. That one couldn't get a downtick for months and months, and has moved about 15%-ish from the highs. Amazon and Microsoft have both been, kind of choppy. Amazon trading around like 210-ish, around that mark. Microsoft getting to new lows yesterday for the last like 52 weeks. We're going back to April lows here. Mag 7's not looking good.
Yeah. But at the same time, opportunity.
Yeah.
I think these ones, if you remember Apple 2 years ago, when it was literally like nobody wanted to buy Apple. And now Apple is somehow the strongest of this group. Like this is how this is going to work down the line. Like there's going to be some rotation, and
it's not exactly a V bottom. Apple was not a V bottom. Apple was a chop fest. Google was the same way. We were talking about Google going away because of ChatGPT.
Yeah,
and then Google stole the show. So
Meta's a little scarier because it's a different ball game with what's going on. But like Microsoft, I think, is really interesting. We've been layering into positions there, and in these kinds of markets, just adding as much time as you can while still being responsible with risk. I think is going to be a really good decision. And like long-term calendar spreads, like that's where I'm going with a lot of these $300, $400, $500 stocks
for sure.
Just because you can get into a cheap calendar spread that will still benefit from any rally down the road.
Yep. Sector-wide, it was weakness across the board. Energy has been kind of the one bright spot in the markets here, but you could see semiconductors and tech down 3 to 4.5% here. Metals and mining have looked awful. Vanetta mentioned that. Maybe we look at some of those stocks. Across the board, it's been pain if you've been in anything other than energy, which has been the strongest of the group here. IVR's high across the board here. These are all the ETFs, so it's not very common that you get a 60 IVR in something like a metals and mining, or 40 or 50 IVR in an ETF like XLK or SMH. So if you haven't been participating, it might be an interesting time to get into some positions there, whether they're diagonal spreads or short premium trades outright. Definitely looks interesting here. To the upside, there were some names that had some moves to the upside. Brown-Forman, I think there was like kind of a merger takeover news there. You have VLO, Oxy, APA, CF, ConocoPhillips. Those are all like energy/war related moves, at least in the short term here. CF, one of the fertilizer stocks there. Randomly, Best Buy is in there. Best Buy, the one random name in that group. To the downside, it was basically everything else. So some of the kind of high-flying names that we've had, some of the memory stocks here, you got SanDisk, Ciena's in there with the optical side, LRCX, ANET, AMAT, STX, Teradyne. Obviously, Meta, one of the biggest movers, too. You had APP in there, kind of another kind of ad play along the Meta universe there. So it's all tech on the downside, just getting hammered.
Yeah.
No bueno.
And it shouldn't be that surprising. Tech was such a huge rally to the upside, and the concentration really plays a role too. And when these type of markets present themselves, you should expect to see those same companies that ripped higher be the first ones to fall.
Yeah.
Nutty.
Last slide here, just give a quick little heat map. Pain across the board. Energy is really the only thing in the green here. You can see some deep red across the board here. I mean, when you get into that deep red color, it's a 3% or more move. So you got some pain across the board. Not looking good out there.
Yeah. XOP, I think, is still really interesting. You see the energy as the lone green spot there, but XOP is going to benefit from this America First refinery project.
Has it already? It's gone from 130 to 185. That's
100%. Yeah. However, this implied volatility in here still feels a little low for this realized move. So if you think it's going higher, it's you can get cheap delta in there. Is all I'm trying to say.
For sure. So that's our quick little recap.